Hello, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of David's Parmcast. I am David. Joining me, as always, is Robert.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. I thought you were going to say more. Yeah. Hi, everyone.
There's no need to say more, Robert. Everybody knows this show so far. So this is actually a sad show because this is part 4 and the final part.
There'll probably be more eventually.
There will be more, but for the time being, this 4-stop tour of Connecticut, trying to find a great chicken parm, has come to an end with our last chicken parm from Rinaldi's Deli.
Yep.
So in the last episode, we went to Tony's Deli. So now we went to another deli just to see how different they compare to regular pizzerias and pizza restaurants. So we went there like we did with the first one. This one probably same time as the last one, probably 12 to 15 minutes, I would say.
Yeah.
This one was even worse because this one we went
closing.
They were really closing. They closed at like 3 and we got there at like
2:50.
Yeah, 2:50. So I don't know how that's going to be. But this is the first time where we actually seen them kind of make the sandwich. Robert saw more than I did. I saw one part at the end, which I'm going to just talk about afterwards. So, but Robert saw the guy actually make the sandwich in person.
I saw him go back, like in the back, like kitchen area.
Yeah.
By the way, the deli was nice. It's on a corner lot. On the main street in
Stamford. This is Stamford.
Stamford, which is more of a city.
And this I can see this being a real problem because parking and just traffic in that area is not great whatsoever. It's always under construction, and it's such a small. There's probably about maybe 15 spaces, but to get in there, it is such tight quarters.
Yeah, I've actually been there, I think twice before, and so this would be my third time. And you know what? Even though it seems like it's hard to find parking, I've never had a hard time.
Really?
Every time I've gone in there, it's just like a spot. Boom.
Yeah, we parked literally, like, we pulled up, we were right in front of it. So, but I could see there being sometimes, well, then again, if you're going at lunchtime.
Well, there's parking. I'm pretty sure you can park in the back.
Okay.
Because like there's a side street there. I'm pretty sure you could, and then you just walk,
Okay, so we went there. They made it in front of us. I paid first, and they said $7.44. That's good. I like that.
That's with tax.
That's with tax
it's
too.
$7. Pretty much, I was looking at their sandwiches.
Yeah.
All wedges were $7, and if you wanted it on a roll, it was $6.
That is a good price for Stamford, let alone, which is
and
in
it
the
was like
County area.
And all the sandwiches, they weren't just like, like a ham sandwich, $7 a ham sandwich.
Yeah.
It was more like you get a bunch of stuff on it. So anyway, and it's a nice place. It's in the corner spot.
Yep.
And you go in. There's like a picnic table in the center, and a couple of table. It's not really a place where you probably would.
It's grab and go. I would say more than anything.
Yeah, and it's definitely more of an urban place. Like I know a lot more blue collar, I would say, than
working class people. Go to this
working
place.
Class. Yeah, because it's right across the street from the Toyota dealer, and I know that like all the people that work there go to Rinaldi's because I've got my car worked there, and literally someone was like, "You got the order for Rinaldi's," and it was like 20 sandwiches. He's like, "I'm going over right now," and the guy gave him like $100 bill. I was like, Jesus Christ, how many sandwiches does one man need?
So when we were watching the sandwich being made, we saw them. They put it in the open face toaster.
Yep, that's what Corbo's does in Greenwich.
So we actually saw it, and then at the end, when he took it out, he had this little. Now this is where me and Robert differ because he took out this little little container of marinara, like tiny, like almost something you would dip like French fries in at like McDonald's or something like that, and he smeared it on. Now I don't know if that's the only sauce on the sandwich or that's just him putting more sauce on at the end.
You got to remember they're closing.
They were closing.
They put everything away. The guy went in the back. He made the sandwich in the back, and I've gotten food from there before. Usually they'll make it right there in front of you. They don't go in the back. So the fact that he had to go in the back means they probably put everything away.
Yeah, for the night.
He brought a little. I think he made the sandwich in the back and then brought a little extra marinara to put on the top of it after it was done.
Well, let's hope so. So let's see.
It's definitely heavy. It like ripped the bag.
It is. It is
I like
a lot
picked up
heavier.
the bag and just like shred it right through it.
I'm just gonna drop it on the table. That was a good thud.
I'm not eating it now.
It's a good thud. That's what we should do. We should do a thud meter for the sandwiches. Just drop them on the table.
Like an earthquake test. This
Okay.
is a 1.2 on the chicken parm scale.
Okay, so it's wrapped in paper first.
You should get like, instead of dropping it, you should get like you should weigh it. Like you should get like a scale and just
Oh.
like weigh.
Like one of
weigh
those
'em.
old-fashioned like scientist scales.
Yeah. I
Oh.
actually have one at the store, but we use it for. Okay. Anyway.
So it's wrapped in paper, then wrapped in
another paper.
another like a sheet paper, then wrapped in
Aluminum foil.
aluminum foil.
And not all the sandwiches wrapped.
And
There's
not all
like
the
a
sandwiches
little-
left.
There's a little on the corners. It's peeking.
It looks like a cannoli where the sandwich is kind of peeking out at the end, but that's the good stuff. Okay, so we're gonna open up this and see.
I can't wait.
It just makes me nervous when they do. Okay, so the first half peeled off very easy. No
Second
cheese.
half looks nerve wracking.
I mean, it's big. I mean, I'll show Robert. It's like pushed into the sandwich, so I got a feeling we'll do it together. We'll slowly. Okay. Oh, just part of the breads. Okay. Visually, the sandwich looks delicious. Visually,
You're gonna have to hand me a napkin.
I'm gonna have to. Okay, I'm gonna have to hand Robert a napkin,
I
folks.
almost wish I washed my hands before this.
You don't wash your hands. When
Hashtag disgusting person. Man, on the previous podcast, I ate paper. This one, I'm talking about dirty hands.
That's what people want to hear when they.
They're
eat.
gonna think I'm just an animal.
Aren't you? Yes.
We're all just animals in this game called life.
I can already tell right now because I can see the chicken. The chicken looks different than the one from Tony's Deli, right, Robert? Do you see right there? See how
Yeah,
it's a different
it
style
looks
chicken.
thinner.
It does, but it looks delicious.
All right, can we eat it?
Yeah, I'm waiting for you to pick your poison. Pick what side. Oh, okay. Ooh. Oh, Robert's got a little dangly piece. Wow, that from right here.
Oh yeah,
You need another napkin?
can I grab this thing?
Sure, grab that thing. From what I've seen from the open face sandwich, it looks very appetizing, right?
There's like I could see 3 patties.
I know. I almost want to just hold on. I'm going to take a picture of just that, just the inside of the 3 pieces of chicken, so people can. I can't do it. My phone's dying. You win some, you lose some.
It's okay.
Eat that sandwich. You didn't tell me how bad that bad boy tastes. Okay. I'm going to grab my half right here. So the bread,
So there's definitely enough sauce.
definitely enough sauce.
I don't think you were worried about that, but I don't think that's a problem. It's like coming out of the sides.
Okay. The sauce has a different taste than the last one.
Mm-hmm.
Very different, but I like it. The chicken is much
It's a little
Thinner?
saltier.
thinner, but there's I don't know if it's more or if it equals the same amount as the other one.
What do you mean?
Well, these ones are very thin pieces.
This is bigger than the other one.
This is bigger than the other one?
Oh yeah, the other one felt like nothing in my hand. This is like heavy as. This thing's like at least a pound, like the whole sandwich.
The chicken's got a good texture to it. The sauce is just overloaded, which I like a lot more. But I don't know if Robert likes just a perfect blend. Sometimes it's tough to get that in
It's
the
not
Parm
too
game.
bad.
How does this chicken differ from the other deli, from Tony's?
I like this chicken actually. I like it a lot.
I do
'cause
too.
I like that it's like thinner. It's like the other one towards the end when I was like biting it, it was like more chunks. I don't know. I like it. It's actually hard for me to like stick the whole thing in my mouth.
That's what she said. Now, visually, this looks insanely appetizing, and it is. I like how this place. If they gave me this as a $9 sandwich, the way it looks, I could see it that way. Definitely.
Yeah.
From how much chicken is actually visual and you can see it, I would be happy. I would say, okay, this is worth $9 any day.
Yeah.
But for $7.44, that's beautiful.
My only thing, and I'm not sure, it's just me. The sauce is a little like salty almost.
Yeah, I was trying to think what the sauce had in it. It's hard to explain the sauce. It's good. It's just there's like a tanginess to it or something. I don't.
Yeah.
So maybe it's just like the salt factor. Well, then again, does that mean it's homemade sauce? Because it doesn't taste like the normal standard Prego and all that other
Yeah.
stuff.
No, it tastes good. It's just it's good. It's just maybe a little salty. Like I'm definitely tasting a lot of salt.
So that's good. That means this is homemade sauce.
I mean, I'm saying it's salty, and you're saying that's a good thing.
Well, I don't know. All chicken parm.
That's my criticism, is that it's too salty.
Then give it a 4.
Don't tell me what to do.
Eat the parm. I can see in the sauce, there's like those big chunks of tomatoes. I like to scoop those out because I don't like that much tomato. That's just me, though. Is your bread very soft?
It's kind of like the other one.
So maybe that's just the I don't know how it, because we saw him put it in the oven. How does the bread? It's probably just timing. If we it just leaving it in longer.
Well, I'm pretty sure that if we got this earlier, it would have been better. I mean, the sandwich is good.
It's still a great sandwich. It's not. We're not
This
dogging
is a
it.
different roll than I've had before. Normally, every time I've been there, it's like a sesame seed roll. This is not. So I don't know what's going on.
Okay, kid. I see you. So after this, me and Robert, we're going to talk about our favorite ones during this tour, and what does he prefer better? Does he prefer the deli style, or does he prefer the pizza style? And just overall his experience on this tour and life in general.
Yep, we will.
Yep. But first, we have to finish this parm.
Thing about, oh yeah, it's coming out. It's coming out like a turd.
It's a turd. It's turning out. It's fascinating when
I don't think I'm a huge fan of the sauce.
you're not.
I mean, it's not ruining it. Don't
No.
get me wrong. Not like to have Picasso's, but I like it. You know, it was almost overpowering the other taste, like the chicken. You know, now I'm like almost halfway through. It's starting to be a little bit less of the marinara, and I'm tasting more of the chicken, and I like it. Those bites better.
I definitely like how the chicken is breaded. From what I've seen. I'm just watching Robert now. He's trying to pull something out of the chicken's butt. Chicken parm butt.
Ain't no buts about it.
Ain't no buts about it. From this perspective, it's very fascinating watching my friend Robert eat a chicken parm. He's in heaven. You're just in
Why?
heaven
Why?
because you love chicken parm so much.
Why is it fascinating?
Because just the enjoyment I see out of your face tasting a chicken parm.
It's like every chicken parm is like the first time I've ever had chicken parm. That's how you got to live your life. You got to live your life like it's the first time you've ever had a chicken parm.
Well, technically, this is the first time we had a chicken parm from this place. For me. And for you?
Yeah, it is.
I know he did say he ate there, but he didn't get chicken parm. He got some other sandwiches. So he saved the parm for the Parmcast. Oh, you got to do that on radio. You don't. Thank you.
I'm burping babies.
Okay. Now I have about one more little bite here. Robert looks like he's probably got about maybe 2 or 3.
You're a faster eater than I am.
That's because I'm hungry.
I'm just not sure what to do with this thing at the end here.
Yeah, there's some kind of weird. Is it the cheese and is it like the chicken's like?
I don't know. It's weird. It's like soft. It's like touching like if you like touched someone's head and it's just like a soft spot.
Like a baby? Okay. Well, Robert finishes up eating. I'll give you my perspective. As usually, I rate these things from 1 to 10. 1 being delicious, 1 being delicious, 1 being garbage, 10 being delicious. Okay. My biggest thing that I love about it is the price. It's under $7.50 for this area, which is pretty good. I think that was the second cheapest sandwich we had. I think Heights was the cheapest overall.
By change.
They went Heights, this one Rinaldi's, Then I think Tony's Deli, and the most expensive one was
The
Post
bread
Corner.
is almost like garlic bread.
Maybe it is garlic bread. Maybe they loaded it up with garlic.
Yeah, now I'm tasting garlic, man.
This guy's all over the place here. So overall, I like the chicken a lot. The chicken was great. The sauce, I mean, it may not have been Robert's cup of tea, but I enjoyed it. I wish the bread had a little more crust, like we always do. Can we just get bread with some crunch on it, people? The cheese was great, and the location was very great in Stamford. Price, like I said.
You just complained about the location before. You're like, it's a very busy place, hard to find parking. The location was great.
Location was great. I don't know what the hell I'm just all these chicken parms are just ruining my brain. So let me get to the actual meat and potatoes, or the parm and potatoes, or everything. I'm gonna give this one. Oh man. I'm gonna give it a 7.
Wow, I'm giving it higher than that.
You're giving it higher than that?
Yeah, I thought it was for $7. The amount of chicken and stuff on there.
So give me your full.
I give it an 8.
I was gonna give it an 8, but then I was like, I gotta beat my heart. I gotta be my own man.
Yeah, but I don't understand. Okay,
My rating system, I don't even understand it either. It's just a number at the end. It could mean anything. It could just mean nothing.
I try to like compare them against like the ones I've rated before to see where it, like stacks up.
It's definitely up there. It's definitely one of the better ones I've had.
I was giving it an 8.5. Actually.
Whoa!
I was tempted to give it to a 9.
Wow.
But I don't think it's worthy of a 9 just because of the, the bread wasn't, as crunchy as maybe it could have been, and it was a weird experience for me eating the sandwich because I went through a lot of emotions.
Yes, he did.
First I was like I didn't know how I felt about the sauce. I don't know if I liked it or not. Then,
well, you did like it to start, and then slowly over time,
then I started liking it again.
Oh, at the end you did?
Yeah, it was great. I actually just had a little piece of bread with like the sauce, and I ate it. It was like garlic bread.
Okay, because you were commenting on how delicious.
So
that last little bite was.
I wish it was maybe a little like you said, maybe like the bread was a little toastier, like a little warmer.
I feel like the delis, they can't, unless you call in ahead of time or something. I feel like if you're waiting in there, they're trying to get you in and get you out at your convenience. They don't want you to just wait there for it to be.
Well, they're also not like a pizza place. I'll take the chicken parm and just put it in the oven.
Yeah, yeah.
They don't have ovens at delis. They have like toaster ovens.
Yeah, but if they leave it in there just a while longer, I mean, I just.
What is going on?
I don't know. Hold on one second. Keep talking.
Wah. So yeah, I give it an 8. I thought, I'll give it an 8.5. I mean, you're paying $7 for you're getting like a huge sandwich that probably weighs like a pound. This thing is like, I think it would be hard to eat like all by yourself. And the bread was good. It may be a little more crunch on the bread, but like I think, what is going on over there?
I don't know what's going on.
This is gonna be like the weirdest podcast ever.
Well, isn't it
You're
always?
just gonna start hearing like things from other podcasts and just be like a continuation of. It'll be like I'm talking, but then like another version of me that we recorded like yesterday will start talking, and then there'll be a lot of Rob's talking. And then
That's what you like.
talking.
That's what that people kept saying. We love Rob. Rob's got a great voice. We want more.
Yeah, they were blowing up my beeper.
Robert's beeper. Literally, Robert had to get another beeper just because he kept getting beeped.
Yeah, I got like 6 now. I got 6 beepers. Radio Shack.
Radio Shack.
They got
So,
the
Robert,
beeps.
I just want to just say thank you for.
Thank you for eating a parm.
I just want to thank you for going on this tour with me. Why don't you give a last little synopsis on how it was? Share some of your fondest memories of this tour.
Well, the best part about doing the Parmcast is the anticipation of eating the parm. I wouldn't even say eating the parm is the best part. The anticipation, knowing that you're going into a place.
Yep.
to eat a chicken parm, and you're going to talk about that.
Yeah, but we're not going actually in the place to eat it. We're going in there,
Well, you have
taking it
to get
home
it.
with us.
Yeah.
And then just being so giddy. No, the problem was, this is a little backstory. Every time me and Robert would go get a place, we would want to talk about the chicken parm in the car.
Oh yeah.
Now we don't want. We want it to all be just on here, our honest live reaction. So when me and Robert would go get the chicken parms afterwards, we would just have to sit in silence and not talk. Just because anything we would say, we'd be like, "Oh man, this is so heavy," and Robert would be like, "Yeah, heavy like what? Like a butt? I don't. What the hell's the matter with me?"
Yeah, but I'd start like being like, "Oh, I got questions about your Parmcast," and he's like, "Don't you dare talk about the Parmcast!
Don't you dare! Save it for air."
And then by the time we got here, I was like, "Man, I'm hungry. What was I thinking about in the car?"
It's true. We had these great moments and great little bits we wanted to do, and then once we got here, we were just like, "Yeah, let's just eat it." And
yeah, that's why I don't understand why we just can't talk in the car.
Because
why do we have to sit in silence?
Because in case you say a gem, I want it to be caught live on this podcast.
Yeah, but if I'm gonna forget it anyway, why not? Now that gem is gone.
I know.
You never heard it. You never heard
diamond
the
in the rough is gone. So going back, give me your fondest one great memory of this tour that stands out, that resonates with you.
Putting me on the spot here, I would say.
Because do you want me to tell you mine first?
Yeah.
Okay, my favorite part is when it's actually the first night when we went to the post corner where Robert got the sandwich and then he put 2 sodas up there. And then and then the guy said like I forgot how much the actual price was.
He goes $9.44. I go,
yeah,
and I was like giving him the money, and then he was like plus 2 sodas, and I was like, that's for the sandwich.
Yeah. So that's my fondest memory. I know it's something stupid, but it started off this tour on a good note. You have a good note you want to maybe start on or end on?
I think all the notes are good.
Good bonding moments we shared on this podcast.
Good bonding moments. I think I guess maybe the last place we went to. We go in and I'm like, 1 chicken parm, and then Dave goes, "Are you guys open?" And they already took my order. It's like, why are you asking them? And then we sit down and we just were able to sit down on their little picnic bench.
Yep.
Watch them, and Dave was like very confused about the caponera marinara, and I didn't think it was that big of a deal, but apparently it like shook his world.
Well, now we didn't even talk about that. Obviously, that was just an extra little slab they just threw on the top.
So now, what do you think? Did you like that extra little bit?
Yeah, maybe I'll give it a 7. Maybe I'll give it 750 rating now.
It's too late.
It's too late. 7.
Too late. And you know what? It's probably better than like some of the 8s you've given.
Probably. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. It's just a number. That's why I want you to try for yourself. I want you to go to these places and compare and contrast my ratings to your rating system.
Yeah. What do you think's like the most important part of a parm?
Chicken.
What chicken?
Second price. I'm not a rich man.
I actually disagree. I would say chicken, marinara, and then I guess price.
Let's see.
And then follow that with like cheese and bread as like one unit.
Yeah, because bread you can just get.
Yeah, bread isn't too much of
Robert's told me this one time at a Parmcast. Bread is bread.
Bread is bread. I mean, you can't it's not going to make or break the sandwich unless literally it's like moldy.
There's just a big glob of mold. You're like, okay, this is this bread I'm not rating good.
Yeah, but then you're like, but I got a cold, so you know.
I need that extra fungus to make me feel better.
Yep.
So Robert, I just want to say thank you for joining me on this.
I'm a fun guy.
He's a fun guy.
I'm a fun guy with a fungus.
Don't.
Okay, sorry. We should end this.
We should end this. So Robert, I want to thank you for being.
Thank you, Dave. I want to thank you for having me on this this little Parmcast. You know, it's not every day you got to eat a chicken parm
and talk about it.
Yup.
See, I don't think there would be anybody else I would want to have on the show than you, to be honest, because you're a chicken parm aficionado, likes chicken parm more than me, and it just makes me appreciate you more that you would appear on this show and eat some parms with me. So, Robert, I want to say thank you.
Thank you, Dave.
And as always, Parm on, Rob.
Parm on, Dave. You didn't say Parm on again. You always go Parm on.
Parm on, Rob.
Parm on, Dave.